Think you had a chance to force them into that many before the game?
I didn't have any idea. Larry did a great job with the scout, with X and O wise what they were going to do, so we had a pretty good idea what they were going to do. But JC was terrific. JC, I thought, had such great ball pressure. And then we made some rotations. I thought our double teams were better. Nate was really, really good. So, we had a lot of energy. When we have a lot of energy, it's a whole lot better.
You got to force so many of those turnovers across half court. I know it's probably kind of an overrated thing, but
it's not overrated. That's kind of what we preach. Every team I've had pressed has turned people over more after the ball got across half court than we do in the front court. Because you shrink the court and don't cover as much ground. And that's been our message to them for about the last 3 weeks is we got to start shrinking the court better. We got to make the court smaller.
This is the second time this has happened, and
You got hurt on the glass in the first half. What were you able to do to flip it around a little bit in the second half?
Well, we talked about it obviously, but I mean we worked on it. We knew that this league their team, guys really coach rebounding. And we didn't do a good job at Texas Tech. I thought we did a pretty good job at TCU, and then we didn't do a good job the first half. But honestly, ours is harder because we get so spread. We get so spread, and you're running out of traps. They're always going to have a free guy. And when you have the length and the athleticism that Baylor has, it makes it hard.
Coach, your core group, this was their fourth game against the #1 team. So I'm just kind of wondering, as you're going in preparations for this game, did that #1 ranking even mean anything to them?
They asked me on TV after the game, the kind of the same deal. This is my alma mater, and coming back and one team here, in front of our fans and all. And I said to them, there wasn't anybody in our locker room that didn't think we ought to win. From the players to the managers, there was nobody in our locker room that didn't think we should win. And my hope is we get to the point where it's expected, rather than celebrate. I'm okay with the students celebrating and have fun, and they were terrific tonight, by the way. They were absolutely fantastic tonight. We just need to get them doing it all the time. But I want it to become expected. That's when we've kind of arrived and we're pretty good.
I mean, you're kind of, Kansas last year, this one, you're kind of on that path, aren't you?
I hope so. The hard thing is, tomorrow we start looking at Texas and figuring out what we need to do at Texas. And Thursday, those guys come in here, and as I told them, enjoy it, but we got to go back to work on Thursday now, and we got to go back to work. They had really good energy in the 2 practices this week. We got to have great energy so we can get something done to make sure that this don't mean anything. We go to Texas and don't do what we're supposed to do.
Right at the end of the first half, you're up 5. And you put the 4 shooters in, and then you end up getting a shot clean. That was a big basket. What were you thinking there?
But I was thinking just how smart a move that was. I've been thinking about doing it because James Long and Beetle shoot the ball so well, and what I hoped was it kept everybody spread, and then we ran screen and screener for Lamont, and they kind of both covered him, and Nate was wide open. So it's just an outstanding coaching job.
Well, speaking about Adrian, you've talked highly of him all year, and maybe even through his career. I mean, here's a guy that's not particularly athletic. I mean, he's given up 4 inches tonight, yet he's learned how to rebound. He's learned how to do so many things. I mean, he's become more of a player maybe than he has any right to. Is that fair to say?
Well, he's got really good feet, Bob. I think that's his best attribute is his ability to guard in the open court. When you think about who he's guarded all the point guards really in our league. And he's done a heck of a job staying in front of them. He's done a heck of a job turning them. He's done a heck of a job leading them into double teams. That's the best thing he does for us the way we play. And then, you know, he hasn't shot the ball very well all day, but we know how capable he is of making shots. And he came out today and made shots. I thought played really well, but he never really drove it to the basket until the end of last year, and then this year he was really a kind of a catch and shoot guy. And I think he's expanded his game, but he doesn't do things that he's not capable of doing very often. And I think that's the battle. Do what you can do. Don't try to do things you can't do. But, I mean, I think he's a heck of a player. I mean, if he's not one of the best players in this league, I don't want to see the guys better than him.
Can your press be what it is without him at the top?
It's hard. It's really hard. What was good a year ago was having him a sponge, and we're trying to really magic to do that because he's got really good feet. So we're working with him. We're working with Lamont. They're not close to where Nate is now. We've been playing too many minutes. I tried to get him out a little bit. I only played 30 minutes today. I've been playing 36.
Bob, it was about a week ago. You said it was the worst you've been defensively, and last games have been pretty good. Just plug back in.
A lot of it's energy, Mike. Yeah, a lot of it's energy, and a lot of it's just energy and concentration, and we waver a little bit in that. We have the ability. I mean, everybody tells me after they play us that you can't simulate our foot speed. And I think JC's pretty fast, but I don't see us as being all that fast. But it's just that, it's a cumulative effect, like Tom said. It's just wears you down.
I think reputation comes into it too, because before they could even wear down today, the first 5 or 6 minutes, it's that they were seeing ghosts and maybe anticipating greater speed than they encountered. And they kind of
It makes you uncomfortable. I mean, it's just you don't see it often.
You said JC, he's pretty fast, but he's all that fast. He made Baylor, who's a pretty fast team, look pretty slow. I thought, how did he do that?
He's fast. He's not. According to Dax, he's the fastest guy on the team. I mean, we would never know because we've never seen him run. But he claims to be the fastest guy. I've never seen him run.
Because he's too fast to see.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
Coach, for the second consecutive game, middle of the second half, maybe when you need a bucket, it's, Brandon kind of steps in into that role. Yeah,
they got 2 of them. Well, that 3-headed monster's been pretty good.
Yeah.
It's far and away the best Elijah's played. Obviously, he hasn't played even close to that. And I thought his enthusiasm was contagious today. Brandon was Brandon, but Brandon's been doing those things. I forget what Tony said. I think we got 18 points and I don't know what it was, 11 rebounds or something like that, just from those 2, and that doesn't count Sags. Sags made 2 just really, really terrific blocks that got us out in transition, got us easy baskets. And when you think what the three of them together bring, if we could get Elijah to play like that all the time. Brandon's been fairly consistent, and Sags is getting better and better. If we get Elijah to play like that, that's and they don't have to worry about getting tired because they know they got somebody to come in and really not have to worry about foul trouble.
You mentioned all the Javon's physical skills and defending. How much of it is knowledge? There was one, like midway through the second half, where it looked like he just baited the pass to go where he wanted it to go and broke on it, caught it, and you scored. How much of it is
He
that?
watches a bunch of film. A bunch of film. He's probably puts as much time there as anybody I've had. In terms of he's in the gym all the time. He and James have this ongoing thing of who can get the most shots up. But he's in watching film. I mean, he's in film room watching film all the time. And he'll watch film of us and how we can get better with some of the things he did, and he'll watch film of who we're going to play on his own.
Fair to say that Carter used to be a two-guard playing a point, and he's become a point guard.
He's getting there. I thought he made really good decisions today. The only time he ever played point was on his AAU team, which is where I saw him.
Would you rather choke Dax or hug him? Which do you do it now?
I mean, I understand. I understand. I mean, I could never do that, but I understand. But I mean, he did it at TCU and got him back in the game. Now, obviously, that wasn't going to get him back in the game, but you can't do that. You can't penalize your teammates by doing something like that.
Anything else?
With the Kansas game last year coming, at this point of the season, with 15 or so games left in the year, as it is this year, what can a win like this do to energize the team, and how will that affect the team going forward?
I didn't think we needed energized. I thought our energy was really good. I thought our practice was really good. What you got to understand is, you get home at 5:30 in the morning, which we did from Texas Tech. It takes a little out of you, and it just really screws up your routine. And I'm preaching to them all the time about make sure you get your rest, make sure you eat right, make sure you drink a lot of fluids. I think it's way more than that than energy. I mean, because of the travel thing. I mean, that it's going to have some energy. We've got to try to minimize it as much as we possibly can.
One explanation.